Welcome back to our channel, guys. Today we are going to build and make our own scarecrow. Xander, you want to build a scarecrow?
Yeah!
Yeah, all right. So let's get started. All right, so we chose to make a baby scarecrow. Yesterday, Xander went to Salvation Army thrift store and he picked out an outfit for our scarecrow. So we have a Michigan State onesie, go Sparties, and a little hat for our scarecrow's head. Now, we also went to the store and bought just a styrofoam ball. This we are actually going to put burlap over, and then he will draw a scarecrow face on it. And then for our body, we're going to use this, the pool noodle, for arms and legs. We'll stuff him with just some polyfill, and then at the end, we're just going to put some straw coming out of his little hands and around his neck so that he's a scarecrow. So the first step that we're going to do here is cut his arms to length.
We're gonna be doing the pool noodle currently.
Cuts don't need to be perfect because they're going to be hidden. So that will go down to about here on the sleeve, and we're going to leave this open so we can stick straw in, and we'll use that hole in the pool noodle to put the straw in. All right, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Go. All right. All right, and we have our little arms. So now we're going to do the legs.
Yay!
So the next step is we're going to fill his little feet with some polyfill before we put the pool noodles in for his legs. Here you go, bud. So you just want to stick your hand all the way in there, okay?
Got it.
We probably don't need a lot of it. Let's just start with a little bit to see if we can fill just the foot.
Footsies.
Yep.
Looks like we can.
Get it all the way in there. Okay, take your hand out. Nope, still need some more. Pull some. There you go. Ball that up. We're just going to keep going till we have his foot filled. Just his foot.
Footsie.
Okay, we need a little bit more, so let's do a little bit bigger of an amount this time.
Where are you going, Daddy?
All right, there we go. All right, so there you can see his foot is nice and full. And then once we put the pool noodle in, it'll push it down a little bit more, so we'll have a nice full foot. So we're going to do that on the other side now. Foot is nice and full now. And now we are going to do our pool noodles for the legs, just like we did the arms. All right, buddy. This in for you, and then you can make your cut. Okay? All right. So I want it to be, let's see where. I guess right at the zipper. And then we can do the rest with polyfill. So let's go ahead and do it right about here. Yeah. There you go. Pull out. Yep. And then just use the same line. And we're just using some good old-fashioned kitchen scissors to cut this. styrofoam pretty easy. It actually comes apart pretty easily, so so probably any scissor will really do. All right, and then since we do not have the zipper on the other side to kind of gain our ground here, I'm just going to match the length and make a cut. And then we'll just cut that, Xander, right there where I made the line. Yep, pull out and turn. Okay. Turn. Okay, you want to do on the same line, but you want to keep turning it around, okay? Yep, there we go. One more little cut, honey. Good job. Okay. So that's our other leg for our other side.
Why wouldn't you do the other one? Why wouldn't you do this one that was the actual leg?
Because this is the one that I measured.
Oh.
All right, so we now have our baby's legs and arms ready. And now we are going to fill the rest of him with the polyfill so that he's nice and
Polly's.
we're just going to kind of pull this apart a little bit.
Hi.
And we're just going to kind of start laying it in here.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. We'll probably use all this up here. Give him a nice full little tummy.
He's filled with mashed potatoes.
Does look like that. Or a nice fluffy cloud. I don't think we need to rip any more off. I think we can just stuff him in here. All right, and then we are going to zip him up. Go ahead, Zan.
Yay.
I'm going to hold it down here. Zip all the way up. All right, there's our baby.
Baby.
So he's actually going to be a sitting baby.
Sitting.
And we are going to have some straw bales that he's going to sit on our porch. So this part is done. So the next part is getting his head ready. So we're going to set him aside and work on his head. Here's our burlap. So we are going to, and we just bought these simple things in the craft aisle at Walmart, our local grocery store. You can probably find them at any craft store around. All right. Gonna cut open our burlap. All right, Xander, I'm gonna give you a little piece of burlap here. Let's set the head in here. Okay, and then we want to make sure that the head is completely covered. And then we're gonna take it, and any extra we'll just tie off with a piece of string around it. So, but we want to make sure that one side of the burlap can be flat so that we can draw our face on it. So you just want to kind of play with it to make sure that all the folds are flat, kind of like this, before you make your cut.
So right about here. That's a much bigger piece.
I'm just going to cut a large piece, and then we can cut down to size from there. We want to make sure that we cover the entire head. Okay. And as you can see, this is definitely a big enough piece.
All right, so now that we've got the burlap cut, what we did is wrapped it around the ball, and there was a piece of string that came with the burlap that was originally there, so we're going to tie that around the extra here. Thank you, Xander. Okay, you got it? If you don't have any string at home, another method would be hot glue if you have hot glue available, anything like that. So now that we've got this guy tied off like this, we're going to go ahead and draw his face. So Xander, what kind of face do you want on this guy? Well, remember the hat's going to be on here. So don't cover up his eyes too much, okay? I don't go too high on his head for his eyes. So that should be good. We're using permanent markers so it holds up better in the elements. All right, is that what we're going with?
Yeah.
That's
But
what we're
I
going
have
with.
to color in the eyes.
Oh, color in the eyes, okay.
And make the eye shine.
I like the eye shine. Good trick. Might be a baby puppy dog. Got this.
What?
What? Alright, so now the next step here is we got to figure out how to attach this head to this body. So we've got this extra piece of pool noodle, and we happen to actually have, this is a metal garden stake, just kind of straightened a little bit. So we're going to actually take the pool noodle here, and we're going to stick it down the middle of his already stuffed body. Got it? Okay. Perfect. So we'll stick the stake in the front portion of the noodle. So we don't want his head to be too far back, right? So now that we've got our garden stake in there, I'm going to try to run that stake right up the middle of this burlap here and into this styrofoam head. So perhaps we should do that before we stick it in the pool noodle, eh? Then we can stick it in the pool noodle. Okay, so now we've got our head on a stake. It's a scarecrow after all. They're all on stakes, right? And again, you could be using hot glue for this if you have it available to you. We do actually have it available, but we're trying our craft without. Now, we just kind of overlay the burlap around. Stand them up, and we can cut the shape, the jagged shape of, we're going to have straw sticking out as well of him. But how does he look? All right. Mama says he looks good. So,
He's adorable.
it's adorable. Oh, you're going the jagged shape now?
Yes.
Okay. So, do you think we should do his hat first?
Sure.
Okay. Sure. He says yes, hat first. So, let's put the hat on him.
Little crooked. Straighten him out.
But then you can't see his eyes up.
Well, you can't rip his head off, silly.
The hat is crooked.
Okay, let me see. That's all right. Every kid wears their hat crooked. I mean, that's just a thing, isn't it?
Hey, I do not wear my hat crooked.
I beg to differ, sir. Okay, how are we looking?
I think we need to pull it up a little bit above his eyes.
Okay. I think that's easier said than done. But we could straighten this all out once we get him in position. We'll be able to straighten him out, and we'll be able to reassess his clothing and how everything sits. In the meantime, let's try to get our jagged design. This part's going to take a little while to get done. We will come back and show them all the finished results, right?
We have more stuffing and did the jaggy part around him, and we're gonna get some straw and put that in. Show you the final scarecrow stuff.
All right, so we got our guy up on a straw bale now. We have two larger bales down on the ground, and then we have our smaller bale on top that he's sitting on. And so now we are going to just take some straw and put it in the hole here of the pool noodle that we used, just so that it sticks out. So it's going to look kind of like this, so that he has little straw hands. So we'll do just one more little handful here. You just kind of use your thumb and stick it in, and then we roll his little sleeve back down, and he has his little straw hands. Now, we're also just gonna stuff some around here for him, so he has a little bit of straw there. So gonna take some here, and it's just gonna kind of get tucked in like that. Just all around his neck, kind of gets stuffed into his little outfit here. And it's just to give him a little bit more of like a scarecrow look. So there you have it. We have our little scarecrow guy. We're just gonna get some of the excess off of him here, and then we are going to stake him down to the actual hay bale below him, and that way he won't fall down. And then he's also going to have a stake behind him to lean up against. And there you have it. So that's how you make a scarecrow. We would love to see your creations if you want to drop them in the comments below. If you have not already done so, please subscribe, like, share, and as always, hit the notification bell for more content. Thanks for stopping by. Happy Halloween.